Honourable Member for Nkota-Nkula, I have an observation to make, Honourable Members. I did rule on some words that were used in the presentation. Let's desist from the word lying, both sides of the aisle. As honourable members, we don't lie. We can fail to fulfill our promises, but we don't lie. So let's avoid the word lying. It has been ruled several times here to be unparliamentary, and I'm being advised so that lying is unparliamentary. Thank you very much.
If you ever wondered what happens when a musician turned MP walks into Parliament with more passion than half the room combined, buckle up. Because Skeffa Chimoto didn't just speak today, he detonated a full-on truth bomb in the National Assembly. Today's session gave us everything: humor, tension, heartfelt moments, and some good old, yo, we gotta fix this ASAP energy. And trust me, this breakdown, it's gonna hit harder than a late-night news alert. Now let's jump into 10 power-packed highlights from Skeffa Chimoto's epic maiden speech. Right before Skeffa Chimoto even got the mic, Parliament had already turned the room into a no-cap zone, the kind of space where calling someone a liar is officially off limits. The speaker reminded everyone that no honorable member lies. And while that might raise a few eyebrows from Malawians watching at home, the House was dead serious about shutting down the use of the word lying. According to parliamentary procedure, lying is straight-up unparliamentary language, which is basically like getting a yellow card before the game even starts. But here's the irony. They openly admitted politicians may fail to fulfill promises, just not lie about them. It's an oddly precise distinction, but hey, rules are rules. And that vibe set the stage for Skeffa to start swinging with compliments that had a hidden punch of political irony. Skeffa began his maiden speech with presidential-level diplomacy, congratulating Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika for returning from opposition to government, a move he described as proof that, in Malawi, anything is possible. Picture a politician shrugging as he basically tells the country, yo, this place? Full plot twist mode. Then he turned to the deputy speaker and delivered a warm but very American-sounding, "Sir, you look like a good man, and we expect nothing less from you." It was polite, sure, but with a tone that felt like he was saying, "We're watching you, buddy." That blend of respect and subtle pressure. Classic political finesse. But Skeffa wasn't done spreading gratitude. Next came a shout-out that felt straight out of a movie montage. Skeffa took a moment to honor the folks who didn't just show up for him, they walked with him. And he said that with serious emphasis, like someone who remembers exactly who stayed during the grind. He admitted he had flaws, slip-ups, and shortcomings during his campaign, but his people chose to focus on his strengths anyway. It was a heartfelt American-style ride-or-die appreciation moment. These were people who saw potential where others saw imperfection. For Skeffa, their loyalty wasn't political, it was personal. Because standing in Parliament wasn't luck, it wasn't a chance. It was the result of real humans showing up for him when the road got rough. But then he took the gratitude up another notch with a powerful acknowledgement that had Parliament nodding in respect. Skeffa openly credited former President Dr. Jagu for helping him even reach Parliament. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He said straight up that financially he knew where he was coming from, and without Jagu and his ministers, he wouldn't be on that floor. That level of honesty is rare in politics, especially when it exposes vulnerability. The room reacted instantly, applauding the raw transparency like an audience at an award show. Skeffa wasn't praising power, he was honoring opportunity. And in that moment, he reminded everyone that sometimes the political ladder is climbed with a community, not an ego. But if that moment was emotional, the next one was downright cinematic, because he brought his family into the spotlight. Skeffa's tribute to his wife, Tandy, was one of the realest, most relatable moments of the entire speech. He confessed that his son couldn't motivate him during the toughest days, but Tandy, she stood firm. She reminded him of the fighter he is. She even prepared for his victory early, packing her bags in March like, yeah, we're winning this thing. It was a classic American-style behind every strong man is an even stronger woman moment, and Parliament responded with applause that sounded like respect mixed with admiration. Skeffa's vulnerability wasn't weakness, it was strength wrapped in honesty. But then he shifted from personal storytelling to serious governance, dropping facts that made the room go quiet. Skeffa boldly told the House that the oath he took on October 27th was not his first. His real oath was with the people who elected him. He promised them he would amplify their voices and represent their needs. He urged members of parliament to speak life into him and avoid negative comments that might derail his work. This wasn't just a statement, it was a warning wrapped in humility. He reminded them that the psychological weight of their words doesn't fall on him alone. It affects thousands he represents. That kind of clarity, raw, direct, and heartfelt, gave the chamber a reality check. And with that, he rolled into the nation's biggest pressure point, development. Skeffa applauded the free secondary education policy, but he also laid out the harsh reality. In his constituency, 5 secondary schools exist, but only one has a boarding facility. Students, especially girls, walk up to 15 kilometers each way, totaling 30 kilometers daily. That's not just exhausting, it's unsafe. Many resort to self-boarding, which exposes them to risks no child should face. He acknowledged the $5 billion allocation, but made it crystal clear that more structural support is needed. Free education is amazing, but if access is dangerous, the system still fails. But health issues? Yeah, buckle up because this part hit deep. Skeffa revealed that the hospital where he was born in 1981 is still the only hospital serving the area today. That's 45 years of zero progress. Meanwhile, the population has tripled, maybe even quadrupled. He wasn't attacking, he was highlighting a painful reality. The community has outgrown its infrastructure. He pushed for a new hospital and a secondary health facility at Kasugu. He praised the church for filling the gap, but emphasized that access to healthcare shouldn't depend on religious institutions alone. It was a powerful call for modernizing healthcare in rural Malawi. And then he turned to transportation, the backbone of development, and unleashed years of frustration. Skeffa brought up the infamous Mansamba-Chia Road, a project promised for so long that it has become a national inside joke. That road is the missing link between economic potential and stagnation in his constituency. One trading center is huge, but development is crippled because transport access is trash. Skeffa said he already promised his people that this road will be done now that his friend is in office. Parliament laughed, but he wasn't joking. This road is more than asphalt. It's hope. But the real punch came when he addressed something affecting every Malawian right now: fuel. Skeffa shocked Parliament by announcing that fuel prices in his constituency hit a staggering 15,000 kwacha per liter for the first time. For fishermen who rely entirely on fuel, this means survival is on the line. No fishing means no life, he declared. But he remained hopeful, praising the government's ongoing efforts to stabilize the situation. He ended by urging unity and action over talk. Malawians trust results, not speeches. He vowed to support good policies and fight against harmful ones. Then he dropped the ultimate warning. If Parliament fails the people, 2030 will be Judgment Day. If you want more fearless, high-energy political breakdowns delivered with real talk and razor-sharp insight, hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Because here at Global Pulse News, we don't just report the news, we deliver it with heart, heat, and straight-up honesty. And hey, show love to our sister channels for kids entertainment and learning, at Sparkling Kids and at Rema Fatima. Let's grow together as one digital family. Like, subscribe, and support each channel so we can keep being your voice.